Good afternoon, peoples. The time is 1:33 and 22 seconds, the 20th of August 2026, beaming, casting out and transmitting from 4-T, the sanctuary, pursuit of the golden truth, sitting before you as the solar white wizard, which is channeling all my ancestral spirits in as the solar Jaguar Emperor, unfiltered, unaltered, and unstoppable. It is what it is. Go with the flow, trust in the process. Now the busk people, as everyone knows now, well, should be known because you should be in the aware. I'll just take a little bit of light off. There we go, it's a little bit better. Okay, so the Busk region, 4,000 years going back, unaltered bloodline lineage, regency of the bloodline, whichever you'd like to say, with the golden facts. The technology actually caught up with this in 2013. And the geniuses have done their thing, and technology is, well, caught up to me. I only had documents for proof, I guess, and now we get the scientific golden truth, golden facts, and we have the golden truth of documents going back to my house, back in the, well, I think it goes back to the 12th century, because we are the judge. Our surname is Judge, and it's hereditary through hereditary, the bloodline, as judges. And that is why I've materialised and appeared before you guys now to sort all this chaos out. And that's the golden truth of the matter. Now we'll start off with the beautiful universe communicating with us. And everyone just do the right thing out there, because as I know now, and you all should be aware of this too, the master number 11, and illuminating the path of righteousness for everybody to jump on board. And mind you, I only need and want the good men and the good women, good people. Now, we go after the unrighteousness, the wickedness, and the sinful ones. And we eliminate all that pain and suffering that they have caused humanity. And yes, they'll be held accountable for their actions. There'll be grave consequences for their actions. Now, it's beautiful to be here. It's a beautiful time of revelations. As I say, my royal star, Antares. Much energy is drawn through so I can reveal that has been concealed from the masses for eons. And I'll reveal all the corruption, all the forgeries. This is what a judge does through the hereditary of the blood lineage. Facts, golden truth. And that's how blunt it is and how sharp it is. Bit of both worlds there. There'll be justice with a capital J. Best of both worlds. Things that make you go, the great mass awakening. Unstoppable, inevitable, irreversible, unavoidable. Awake and arise to the truth. And when you see the truth, there is no going back from the truth. You're going to see a lot of bad and ugly things out there, but there also is much goodness left into our world. As I say, our plane, our timeline our reality in our realm. And the synchronicities, as I say, the synchronicities are all flowing out there with the symbolisms. It's all a happening thing because I am capable of making big things happen. Pure and simple. And then we get to rebuild it. Foundations up, stone by stone with the 22. And there's much now archives in storage on my channel. And once you tune in to the best of your abilities and capabilities, you'll come to your realization, and this civilization you're sitting in now in your reality, our reality, and you'll have stabilization, and then mobilization of the masses, the true power down here. And as I say, apart from Mother Nature, she wields a lot of power too, as you see, with the volcanoes, tidal waves. There's all that nature, Mother Nature, Goddess Gaia. That's why we connect through the terrestrial and the celestial. That's what it's all about. And that's why you can see my lineage has been untouched and unaltered for 4,000 years. And as I say, with the indigenous people here in Australia, 65,000 years. Okay? So logic, just being logic, and it makes perfect sense that, geez, they were doing something right. Because white man has been here, white man as we know it, our entities, only 230 years. Because you've had the wrong people doing things. I've been researching a lot in history, back to my first fleeters, as I'm a descendant of those first fleeters, but we also brought the heritage of the blood lineage judge to this plane, this timeline, reality and realm. And it is very, very serious, and it's very, very important that everyone loosen up and listen and focus and just clear your head of everything and keep an open mind. And once you do your own research, you'll be going, holy cow, this bloke is speaking the truth. Look at the history of his bloodline. Because he's been lied to, and that lying is to stop, cease right now. Like your Prime Minister at the moment is a narcissist and he's a compulsive liar. He can't help himself. That's what happens when you go to the dark side. Most of them are in the dark side. Because they've been doing evil stuff. And that's to stop immediately. And also NDIS. You stop it. Pull it off the shelf. Reorganise it. Do the right, expose it for what it is first, which is happening. But the thing is, they're injecting another millions and billions of dollars into NDIS, and it's 8% fraud. So there's billions of dollars just being siphoned off, and this is taxpayers' money. This is what everyone works for and pays taxes for. 8% is being siphoned off, and with that 8% being siphoned off with that evil money, that's where all your human trafficking, a lot of evil stuff's being done with that money. And we're paying for that evil stuff through our government's incompetence. Or they're doing it on purpose, which is even worse, isn't it? They're both as bad as each other because of the ignorance, arrogance. It's evil. That stuff is very evil. You've got to reassess everything, recalibrate it, and have can't think of the word at the moment, but we can still have NDIS, and for God's sake, common sense and logic again. If someone's in a wheelchair, of course they need it. You know, these ones claiming, they're claiming for being blind, and they're not even blind. How awful is that? That is disgusting and terrible. It's disrespect for the true blind people. Disrespectful, and that's karma. It's bad karma. Bad karma's going to bite a lot of people in the ass very shortly, I'm telling you. Don't do bad, evil shit here, having an evil experience. You got to have a good human experience doing the right things. Call it a friggin', if it's a prison planet, whatever. I haven't got the answers for, whether it's a prison planet or are we living in some kind of big asylum, lunatic asylum, because I see a lot of madness out there and insane people doing stupid things. That's what I mean. I could call our Prime Minister insane because he keeps on lying. He can't help it. That's a compulsive lie. And why is he still there? If I lied in my workplace, any one of you guys out there, girls, lied in your workplace, would you still have a job? No, of course you wouldn't. I'm just waiting for that big hook to come out and go around his neck and drag him off stage. And as I said, keep up the heat. I don't give a shit what he says. He's a liar. A liar. And you call him out and you keep the pressure on. Liar, liar, liar. Your pants on fire. Keep it up. Keep it up and build up the momentum of everything. He'll cave. He'll cave if you keep it up. It's called people power. People power. And get behind your natural born leader. So you don't believe me, just look up the friggin' research it. It's a lot easier, a lot of research tools out there now that I never had 30 years ago. Even I had to go research in the library, Gosford Library, because I didn't have the tools at home. All because of one family reunion 30 years ago. And has it gone fast? Yes, and I think it's getting faster now. The timeline is getting faster, faster, faster. And it doesn't worry us because we are conquerors. We are conquerors. We are conquerors. Many hurdles and obstacles we've gone through for the last 4,000 years. We've seen empires up and built, kings come and went. One thing that stayed behind us is the Almighty, God. Trust in God. And honour is established through ancestry. Surname means judge. Most of your surnames mean something. Just got to go looking. Seek, you shall find. And it's up to you. It's up to you. Up to you. One's perceptions and opinions. Sometimes opinions are just bent, aren't they? And you call it out for what it is. Call it out for what it is. So I say there's a lot of porkies being told to you. Okay, so 0550. Yes, the eye candy. The eye candy. So we'll start off with the universe. The wish coming true. Moderation, patience, flowing, self-realisation into this civilization. Stabilisation, because you're all centre, balance and grounding yourself, aren't you? Through the terrestrial and celestial. And I am the bridge between the spiritual, physical and materialistic or materialism. And I do all this for selfless actions, movements, emotions, because I am serving the great mass we call humanity. Support, help and assist. You're in for a lucky break. It may come as happy news, experience, new opportunities or an exciting acquaintance. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time. It is not a coincidence, but a gift from fate. Okay, back to NDIS. We shut it all down now. By my directions, instructions, and by my command. Shut down NDIS. And you support the ones that need it the most, like the wheelchair-bound, paraplegics. I think it is. But then we put in a control system for it, mechanisms, and make sure it doesn't get fraud, our wealth being stolen. And taxpayers, I'll tell you what, I know you feel cranky because you're out there working your bum off and they're just throwing the taxes away. They're just giving it away to their criminal mates. Like, work it out. Bendura, I've just seen the Bendura Children's Courthouse was closed probably about 13 years ago now. This government is just, it's a wrecking ball. The government is a wrecking ball. It's just destroying everything that's been built up. I think that Bendura Courthouse was, created and built by foundations in 1983. And they've closed it. So that means it puts pressure on other systems unless they've built another children's courthouse. I think the children now just go into the adults' courthouses. Doesn't make sense. There's no logic to it. Bendura Courthouse, I think it was over in Glebe. And now I've just seen it, it's just totally trashed. Totally trashed. Why didn't they put security out there and keep it, like, up and running so we could use it again? All these old places I see now that have been shut down, I'm being told it's easier now, Todd, just to friggin' push it down with a bulldozer and start again. But that's all our heritage. They keep on burying the heritage, like us. But the DNA has put a stop to that, hasn't it? The Genesis. Yeah, I was pretty annoyed today. I'm pretty annoyed with the whole show, shenanigans, schmozzles that's happening. Because we can do something, because I'm capable of making big things happen. And it's just, I know technology with the DNA now is caught up with the universe. And now the universe, I guess a lot of you have got to catch up to the universe. Okay, 1010. It's up to you. Patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, self-realization. It's time to put those, is that self-realization too? Yep. 2 cards, so boom, magnified, amplified. Your self-realization, the golden truth. Trust in the process and go with the flow. Okay, it's time to put those long-cherished ideas into action. You'll soon come into contact with the appropriate individual, circumstances and resources. It's on its way. Waiting. Patience, my friends. Because patience is a virtue. We've got to keep the morals and values and everything in control. That was that word, isn't it, for NDIS? Put control systems into play so it won't get ripped off again. Eventually you will experience joy as well as brand new opportunities. Trust in the process. As I say, most organised crimes and just criminals and critters, if you travel and trace the gravy train, you'll find it'll go flow back into the government somewhere, minister, whatever, wherever it is. You find it. That's why you hunt. We become the hunters after those predators. Bad, evil people. Get some fresh air or call some of your pals over. Take a look around you. Take a look around you, on your surroundings. Adaptability. There is so much natural beauty waiting to be discovered because yous are all beautiful out there. And remember, yous are all miracles. And we all have our uniqueness, special powers and gifts. And you share it. You share it with everyone because it's all about your higher connectiveness, in the higher collectiveness, in your higher consciousness. Boom, boom. It's fantastic. Back into that wholeness, oneness, and back to the source. When you get back to the source, but what is greater than the source? What created the source? Lots of questions. Who created the creator? If we're a creator of our creation, and then there's the creator, well, who created the creator? Lots of questions. But as I say, as I get the answers to many, many of my unsolved mysteries and just the falsehood, like the Habsburg's forgery, the Perjurium Magnus, it's all been blown out of the water now, and it has, and this is the third time, because that ugliness has still been in how the government pulls the stuff today. That evil mechanism is still in play, even though it's been blown out of the water, but no one has paid a price for that forgery. That forgery has created wealth for them to pay their mercenaries and military to go after the true ones. And there's always one that slips away, isn't there? To tell the golden truth, and now we're in the 21st century, and the golden truth is flowing out thick and fast. All you've got to do is put your hand up and catch that energy, and as I say, the truth. And when you see the golden truth, the truth of the golden truth, there is no going back, because, as I say, you're going to see a lot of ugly and bad things, but to compensate for that ugly and bad stuff, there's a lot of good things happening. As myself, sitting here before you, helping, assisting, and supporting you guys. 0550. I mean, you know, my mate the other day, he said, you shouldn't have to explain yourself, Todd. It's like self-explanatory. I said, no, because there's a lot of people out there who's been misinformed, misunderstood, disinformation, webs of deceptions, illusions, all these porkies, the lies that we call porkies are lies, as if people are watching from the other side of the world or the other side of the universe, wherever you may be sitting. Porkies just means lies. I don't know if that's Australian terminology and stuff like that, and I've known the Indigenous peoples down here in Australia. I've always been taught Aboriginals, so that terminology is embedded in my blood too now. The Aboriginals. There is no racism. And it's another conquer and divide word that they materialise, like their fiction rules that they make up before the masses all the time. I just go through a natural flow, natural law, and customary natural laws. And the law, our total lawgiver, which was the Almighty, my hope is in God. And I do my thing down here as a hereditary judge. And obviously it had to materialise because things are just way out of line, way out of hand, and it's getting worse as we speak. Closing down a children's courthouse, and there was nothing wrong with it. It's just like, it's costing too much money. And that's why your juvenile crime goes up again. What I see is just moronic, idiotic, just plain illogical things happening all around me now. Because people are in the wrong place. They shouldn't even be there. It's more than paperwork that puts you in these places. It's your spirituality and your experience. And the knowledge and wisdom passed down through generation through those ancestral spirits. Honour is established through ancestry. And as I say, I shouldn't have to explain myself, because some of you don't know how to research. Some of you don't know how to write. Some of you don't know how to read. This is what we shall overcome all this, because we'll put our education system back in, recalibrate it, and put control mechanisms in so this will never happen again. The gayness, I mean, it's a minority group, this wokeness. And I'm sick and tired of all these minority groups getting in the high places and then forcing their ideologies onto us. You shouldn't have to change anything if it's natural. You leave it natural and customary law for your customs. Customary culture. I don't know if that makes sense, but yep, follow up on everything if you can. Well, just take my word for it, because trust me, I don't lie. There's no need for me to tell porkies, and I won't tolerate any lying or deception in this house. Remember, the house of the rising sun. Okay, get some fresh air or call some mates over. Put your charisma to use everywhere. Spread your charm around. Remember, the word is the word, and spread the word. Yeah. In that timeline, plane, reality and realm. Put those cards away. We'll just do, and you know what? I'm back up here in the green shed, and even I forgot. That's better. So much better. Have a drink of H2O water. Keep your water up. If you can filter it, do so. Because there's been that much fluoride in the water, which also clouds your minds. A lot of stuff this evilness has done to the general population. And I think fluoride only went in our water in the 50s, was it? 50s or 60s? Might have even been in its 70s. So to keep our teeth and look after our teeth. But we have strength, don't we? We have strength. And we got the lovely star. Got the lovely star. Because we are warriors and we are conquerors. We conquer through anything. Cut and break through it, go around it, over it, under it, doesn't matter. That's what conquerors do. The 3 cards here. The Hermit. Transformation. Okay, Pluto, life, death, rebirth, transformation, restoration, reformation. Then we got the Hermit and the 4 of Pentacles. So anyone that wants to sit here and question anything and want to answer for anything, well, funny about that again, the answer is yes. Yes. We forge ahead. We forge ahead. Okay, your chakras. Strength would be coming from your solar plexus. The sun, same, solar plexus. The devil, grounding yourself with planet Earth and adjust and adapt and acknowledge and be aware. The third eye with the Hermit, your third eye. And then, of course, we've got the 4 of Pentacles, the throat chakra. The throat chakra. So strength. And the sun. The sun. Did I say the sun or the star? No, the sun. Much, much energy drawn in through the sun. Look up at the stage. We're just having rain, rain, rain up on in the sanctuary of the Golden Truth. Got a bit of rain for a bit of cleansing. Now, it's about courage and the act of facing your own fears. As I said, cast out all that toxicity, all the negativity. We're positive around here. Only good people and good men and good women. Positivity, optimism, and optimistic. As I, illuminating the path of righteousness for everyone that come on board, never too late, and we hunt down and go after the unrighteousness, the wickedness, and the sinful ones. And awake and arise and get this show on the road. You know exactly what's going on now. Strength is endlessly fascinating, and women can represent strength, resilience, and strength from the heart, overcoming difficulties with willpower and bold action, bold moves, because we can. The sun, happiness and joy in a short period of time. Now, I found out too, doing a little bit of going back to Marrawundai on the New South Wales Upper Hunter. We had the Lodge of Hope 30 up there. Now, it's funny, because there's a lot of, legal beagles that came out of Marrawundai back in the 1800s, and uncorruptible ones. And it's like everything just started going wrong, didn't it, about the the Federation, really. I've heard things about that 1901 Federation, that was changed straight away too by the evil ones. Parks went up to Tenterfield, I think. Tenterfield to draft a bit of a speech, I think it was. And did Mr. Parks, did he call into Marrawundai? Lodge 30, things that make you go, and Martin, the Martin family, Sir David Martin. I think he was the Admiral when I was in the Navy back in 88, just before I got out, but just before I had a bit of a run-in with my ranking officers within the Navy, refusing to sign me on for no known reason. My engineering officer bluntly said he just didn't like me. So is that having an effect on why they can't, a flow-on effect through the energy, why they can't recruit anyone now in any of the forces, any of the police forces, military? Why would you? Why would you go in and sacrifice your time for a small bit of money when you can stay out and have your freedom in Civvy Street and be paid probably double? That's what happened to me. That's why I see the reason why now. I took a bad thing and turned it into a good thing, because when I got out, I went in the security industry being my own man and being armed with a 38 Smith & Wesson. And I done armed security there with TNT Security with Sir Peter Abels. And he looked after me. And not only that, I was doing the same amount of time in working hours that I did in the Navy, Royal Australian Navy, on the Vampire Torrens, etc., etc. But then getting out and working in the Civvy Street, I tripled my wage. So I worked 1 year outside in the Civvy Street. I was actually working 3 years in the Navy to make that same kind of currency, wealth, or monies. So it was a benefit for me. So as I got later on in this life, because I worked so many hours, because I was working 12-hour shifts, 5, sometimes 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, it depended. A lot of these married men, they wanted time off at Christmas. I was working. Easter, I was working. I picked up the slack with those 12-hour shifts at the married men, and I can understand, because you wanted to love and be around your family, direct family members at Christmas times. So some say, I take advantage of those things, and I worked those 12-hour shifts over Christmas. Many Christmases I spent working. My birthday, working, Todd, you're 35 again, I'd be working at a trucking company out there in Alexandria or something and doing 12 shifts around there. And then I'd be working somewhere else at a Defence Force site. Or I'd be looking after the consulates in Sydney, which is St Martin's or St James Towers, if it's still called that today, in Market Street and Queen Street, was it? Right opposite the QVB, Queen Victoria building. Anyway, a bit of history there, but everything has a reason. This is what I'm teaching through my teachings. Everything has a reason, because it has a meaning and purpose, and it has a function again in your life. As you seek, you shall find. But we're all capable of big things happening. It's just a matter of hooking up. We all hook up. And you got a natural born leader, and that's the golden truth, the fact of everything. Because we're mastery of everything. That's what you master. And as I say, going back in my family, everything just, it's all enlightenment. It's all lighting. More lights are created on stage. The more you trace it, the more you unearth. And it's no surprises. There's no surprises anymore. You just go with the flow, trust in the process. And it's great that you know that you're belonging to something. We all belong to something. Seek, you shall find. Simples. Pure and simple. The sun. The sun represents vitality, enthusiasm, energy with a bright vision, and the help of noble people. Noble people. And devil. Don't worry about that. You've all cast out all your evilness, haven't you? Okay? You've done that. You're all positive now. You're all good men and good women. Good peoples. Because as you know, illuminating the path of righteousness for everyone to jump on board. Never too late. And then we hunt down. Come on, say it with me. The unrighteousness, the wickedness, and the sinful ones. And they're going to be paying a grave price for their grave consequences that they're going to have for those grave actions and stuff and things they've done to him. It makes you sick. But you've got to be strong because you have strength. You have strength. And what you're about to see, you're drawing much sun energy. And the devil will come and collect those evil ones. Just trust me on that. I've seen a lot of things in my life, and there's a lot of evil stuff, demons, and good stuff. The good and bad. As I said, you balance the scales of justice with a capital J. The devil expresses the forbidden realm. This is what I say. You're out of boundaries. You're in the forbidden world. Get the bejeebies out of there while you can. While they, anyone trapped in that situation, get the flick out. Improper desires, evil powers, and lust and seduction. Drawn in by the devil's temptation. You've got to have strength to fight against that. And the sun will help you out many times over. And the hermit. The beacon that shines the light for everybody. Illuminating. Master number 11. Now the hermit is a symbol of wisdom, looking for light in his heart. Unconditional divine love goes out to each and every one of you. Directed out to you guys. He enjoys solitude, seeks truth in the dark. The jaguar does that, doesn't it? And the scorpion. And Royal Star Antares, revealing that has been concealed. The good, the bad, the ugly. He enjoys solitude, seeks truth in the dark, and listens to the opinion of others. It's just saying about people's perceptions and opinions. And some opinions, if they're just going to be outright malice and scandalous, they can keep those dark opinions to themselves, can't they? We only want the righteousness here. Okay, this is why we stamp out all that madness the mainstream media pushes out on you guys. It's go on social media now in the now. And knowing is all you need to know. Knowing. In the now. The Four of Pentacles shows the defence and protection of the family's assets, traditional values, the beatitudes. And also represents the miser who holds on to his assets. Like this stupid, moronic, idiotic, devilish, demonic, monstrous government in play at the moment. And I might add, it's not all, but it's some. But them some in there, they're making it awfully hard for the majority. The Great Mass Awakening. Unstoppable, inevitable, irreversible, and unavoidable. Awake as I am, illuminating the path of righteousness, putting out all the synchronicities and symbolisms out there so you can see, and seeing is believing. Trust in the process. Go with the flow. Go with the wholeness and back to your oneness and back to your source. What is greater than the source? I do not have that answer yet. But we're working on it. We're working on many, many, many things. What we do know is we're the miracles of life as we know it. We're on planet Earth as we have been informed. But we also know it is a life-giving organism that it creates life itself. Mother Goddess Gaia, Gaia. Stars, we come from the stars as stardust. We're all unique, have our own special abilities and capabilities. We share that. We share it. Share alike. And your higher connectiveness in the high collectiveness of the higher consciousness. And you got your subconscious there too. There's many, many things at play in the celestial, terrestrial. Much, much, much happening. And I am capable of making much, 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 much more things and stuff happening. Because the foundations, as I said, we've got to wake all you guys up. That's why illuminating the path of righteousness, everyone jumps on board, never too late. We crack open everything that's been cast upon us with this evilness. Okay, all the whistleblowers, all the informers are coming forward, and we're blowing a lot of stuff out of the water, but it's got to start getting more momentum through the people power. You guys out there, you're all beautiful, as I say, you're all miracles. But all these miracles now, we've all got to connect up. We connect up. Some are connecting up now through that substract. Another thing, Rumble, I think it's Rumble. As I said, the social media now is overpowering this evil darkness which lies in our mainstream media. Okay, they all just tell you evil stuff to keep you trapped down in the lower frequencies. We're up in the higher frequencies, always have. That's why I see things from even in the tomb. That's why my great abilities that assist me with. Okay, and then all I do is transmit it and transform it out to you guys as I collect and decipher what comes into me through energy. As you all know, energy, it doesn't change or stop, it transforms. That's why I have Pluto, life, death, rebirth, transformation, reformation, restoration. And the lovely Mars, which is great, because that's why I'm acting. I'm actualizing everything by my directions, instructions, and by my command. And that flows out through my energy, current, energy, transforming it. As I pull it in and absorb it and translate it and decipher it, whatever, keep stuff in the storage because I need it. But a lot of it flows out to you guys to give you strength. As long as you're pushing out all your negativity, you got to clear yourself first and be in harmony and peace within your inner world. And this strength will get, and me love, the unconditional divine love. Embrace it, accept it, acknowledge it, and be aware of it. And the outcome is enormous because the possibilities are endless. All right, lovely peoples out there. Hope my teachings have been a learning experience. Once again, it's all an experience. I experience and learn things every day. As I said, we've gone back again to Lodge Marawandai and Lodge of Hope 30. Who were the founding members? As I say, you guys can Google that. And AI is not bad. It's just another tool we can use now. Another great tool. It's just like another little pet we've got. Okay, you just train that pet called AI and it does wonders for you. And if you're not too sure if it's telling you the truth, and sometimes AI goes a bit astray too. Close down your chat. Get into Google, close down all the history of Google that you've done, your chapters or pages you've opened up within Google. So delete the history in Google and also, well, the page that you're on as your account. Just wipe the history out, delete it all, and start again and put in the same things. Now, that's double checking. That's what you call double checking. This is what the Genesis do. Okay? Those researchers with the DNA, they go, ooh, how can this be? So the human mind takes it all in, but it's got to be more logical. So that's why they test and test and test again nearly 3 times just to prove it and to acknowledge it into our nows that this is astonishing and miraculous. It's like, is this happening? Oh, yeah, it is. It's happening because it's so surreal for the human mind to embrace and take in. But that's where you get your surrealism, and that's why they've done those surrealism, bad, demonic rituals. Okay, our surrealism is in this is our plane, timeline, reality and realm. Don't let them interfere with that. We're in the higher frequencies. While you're in the higher frequencies, that fiction lower frequencies can't hurt you. Anyway, that's another thing. Why are they teaching in the schools too, which I heard? Now, I don't know if it's 100% sure, but if it is, it's terrible and disgusting if the teachers are teaching the young kids, well, hate on one nation. I was never taught any political things at school. There was no political stuff. Labor and Liberal, it wasn't part of my teachings, what I learnt at school. Okay, we done maths, science, English, and then we had history, geography, and then we had electives, which is your woodwork, metalwork, needlework, and I think music was another elective too. Anyway, we had a couple, and then we done work experience in Year 9, and I think that was for a month, 4 or 5 weeks. So I went out with Neil Russell. I still remember his name. He was a builder, and I went out as a little 15-year-old apprentice for him to help him for 4 weeks and building the house out at Lake Conjola on the south coast, because that's where I went, Ulladulla High School. Just humble beginnings. And it's still all beginning, isn't it? It's still all beginning. But at least we know our history now. And when you get to know your history and research your history, boom, boom. It's just, the truth is the truth. Okay, golden truth, magical times and glorious times and celebration times. That's what happens. Anyway, name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, amen. Take care, stay safe out there. Don't do any bad things, always do good things. Good things. And I don't mean, having a beer here or there. That's not a bad thing. Even if he's just still smoking, it's not a bad thing. It's just, that's an addiction that the devil again sucks us into. And vaccines is another bad thing, like there's a lot of bad things happening, and it's all going to come to light because we got the energy, much energy from the royal star in Taurus, and that is revealing, that is being concealed, and no matter what they do, they got no powers more powerful than that royal star in Taurus. As I said, it's unstoppable, inevitable, irreversible, and unavoidable. Don't try and avoid anything. Just go with the flow, trust in the process. 4-T, the century pursuit of the golden truth. I say in the name of the Father and the Son, amen. Oh, well, that's amplified now. And the true teachings of Jesus Christ. 4-T, the century pursuit of the golden truth. We don't tolerate anything around here that is dark or evil. And that is those web of deceptions. It's fully protected. I put up with full armour of God and protect myself from any of that evilness. Bye for now. Hey, just seal it with an amethyst and the crystal quartz. All right, cheer up, everybody. Keep your chin up, and it's only going to get better and better and better and better because I'm capable of making big things happening and illuminating the path of righteousness. Everybody, to jump on board and we hunt down, say it, the unrighteousness, the wickedness and the sinful ones. And they're going to be paying grave consequences for their actions. Okay.